Hello and welcome back to Football Manager 2020 here at Rawslowgaming. We're playing Bath City Football Club and trying to take them to the top of Premier League. So far we are in our second season here, first season in Vanarama National League, and we're doing quite alright for ourselves, finding ourselves in the middle of the table, suited to be fighting for avoiding a relegation. First up in this episode, we have dual meetings against Barnet, both in the FA Trophy and Vanarama National League. And as you see here, that will be very tough matches as they are totally dominating the league this year. And yeah, we are showing you the matches. We are into the transfer window though, so I will bring you in if we see anything interesting worth showing before that or during this episode. If nothing else, I'll see you at the first match against Barnet in a little bit after this break. Alright, match day then here against Barnet, and as you see, you are not that much of an underdogs, or rather it seems like it's likely that it will be a very even event, so let's hope that it is and that we can have a good match here. So let's bring back Pearson in instead of Sims or Price, and Price in on the bench instead of Reigns. And we want Healy back in instead of Baxter. And Rowan, you should get to play as stopper. And Taylor, Leg, Healy, Burkhouse, Hank Smith, Hackett, Pearson, Britton. Yes, that is correct. On the bench, center Price, Baxter. Yes. So let's submit the team and hope for the best. Everyone is fresh and fit and ready to play here, as we have a little bit longer between the matches, which is always nice when you have that. So let's see what we can do. I think the board expects us to come longer than the second round in the FA Trophy, but this is a really, really tough match, so I don't expect us to do that. If we do, that's wonderful. If we don't, it doesn't really matter that much. And we are starting to look at players for next season. So far, our scouting hasn't really turned up anything that great. I have seen a little bit of a scout report on a defender that looks that it could be interesting, but other than that, nothing really. But yeah, if we're getting closer or are going to offer a contract for the player, I'll let you in on it. A highlight here in 90th minutes, and it's a goal for Barnet, but it's been disallowed for offside. So that's good, very good for us. Looked a little bit awkward in that situation. Let's see here if it's not much at all, actually. But yeah, Leg doing quite an awkward action there, which were lucky for us that it's been disallowed, as said. So looking at the stats here, Barnet are totally dominating in terms of shots and chances. We're actually not that bad at all in possession, but it's not that matters. Next highlight here in the 39th minute, so it hasn't really been that dangerous before. Tried to do a long ball there, one of our players, but definitely didn't find the right place at all, or rather, there weren't even a player there, so to say. Barnet come here instead across, and it is in, and it's over the crossbar there by Shime, and nothing really too dangerous looking there either. So after halftime, it's still 0-0, and as I just said, the stats are looking horribly against us. Possession is decent though. The ratings here on the players decent. Sanko on the low scale, but it's all right. So we'll just continue and hope they can pick it up here in the second half and play a little bit better. We will shout here a little bit, show some passion, which I couldn't because we shouted something else, or our assistant shouted something else. First highlight here in the 61st minute, Barnet here with the chance, and it's a goal for Barnet here, and this time it's not disallowed. And yeah, I don't really see us coming back, as I said, in this match. And it's all right. All right, we will most certainly have another goal or another chance in the FA trophy to win that still, as I don't see us getting promoted this year. So Ron is a bit tired, so in with Baxter there instead. Sanko, Hackett and Pearson are also sort of tired, so in with the Price. He will get to play in his preferred position for once. That's not super often he do get to do that. Yeah, like that. And yeah, that will be it for now, or for the match if nothing else happens. And a highlight there, Barnett with a free kick and a header, but saved by a leg. Showing safe hands there, so that's good. And the highlight is not apparently over, still showing things here. So let's see here what we can make out of this, if anything. Ball to Baxter, passing to Healy here in the defense. Healy with a long ball up towards Brunt. Brunt losing out on that challenge, and the ball to Barnett here. Elito passing to McBurney and out to Johnson here on the left-hand side. A chance to cross it in, but he passes back to Edwards and shoots, and it's a goal for Barnett here in the 71st minute, and now we're trailing by 2-0 for Bath City versus Barnett. And yeah, definitely quite a well-played sequence there, and a pretty good shot. It didn't look like it had that much power behind it. Yeah, so I think the keeper maybe should have been able to save that. He were definitely a little bit blocked there of his views, so to say, but it wasn't impossible. And McBurney here with a free kick for Barnett, and it's saved by our keeper now out for a corner. And we'll get to see that here. And here comes Elito with the cross, and it's headed out, but still two Barnett players. McBurney here just outside the penalty area, and Edwards here again shoots, and another great save there by Leg actually. So he's still doing a decent match, I guess, even though he has let 2 goals in. He's have after all had 11 shots on target, so that is quite high. We'll maybe do a last sub here a little bit late. Sanko or Clark in instead of Sanko for the last 2 minutes or something like that. Another corner here from Barnett, and hitting the crossbar there actually. And the ball up towards Britain, losing out, but Clark come here in the second sequence with fresh feet, but losing out there and getting tackled. And we will get a free kick, but I think we will not see it, but I guess we are seeing it. Brunt with the free kick here. And should be the final whistle pretty much. And out for a corner for Bath City. I guess we might see that as well, instead of just going to the final whistle here. It must be coming pretty much straight on this corner of Pearson with the cross on the corner. And here it comes. And not happening anything. And there we have it, the final whistle and the final score. And then for Bassett versus Barnett is 0-2. Shots 3-24, shots on target 2-11, possession 56-44%. So pretty much what I expected out of this match at least. And yeah, our assistant there really said bad things. Rasonta said that was a pleasing performance. I don't know if I really agree with that, but you get that so from time to time if you're handing that over to assistant, things turning wrong. But I feel like I get it more wrong if I do it myself. So that is what we are doing there. And yeah, too much disappointment, that's all right. And Richard having a superb match here again. And is he improving? No, not what we can see. And yeah, that will be it. A short break, and we will be back for the next match. Here we are then for the second match against Barnett, and this time the odds are definitely not in our favor. So very much a match that we're not supposed to win according to your bookmakers. So we'll see if we can do anything about that. Again, I highly doubt it, but one certainly hopes. So let's see here. We will play the match. New thing, so to say, is that Smith is now full 4 stars for the senior team, which is nice after some even more development on the training, or from the training rather. So let's hand that over to our assistant ×2 and hope that he does a better job than the finishing talk that he did last time, which he did do better this time. So let's see here if this is as one-sided as the last match. So far, 15 minutes in, it seems to be much more even, both in terms of possession and in shots and everything. Actually, now with almost 30 minutes gone, we almost had none of the team getting a shot off even. So from the last match, I take that as very much a sort of a win. First highlight here in the 39th minute in the first half. Bassett with the ball, Smith with the ball, passing to Rowan, to Taylor, and back to Rowan, to Taylor and Rowan. And let's see here, he's getting challenged and walking, picking up the ball there far too easy and shoots, and it's a goal for Barnett here in the 39th minute. And yeah, that just shouldn't happen. What the hell were our defenders doing there? Very unhappy about that. What were they doing, passing back and forth there? Just take a long pass and just shoot it up if you're doing like that. Really horrible, really horrid. Can't believe that. Oh well, I guess we will start shouting and overwhelmed by the pressure directly. So the scoreline after one half is that we're trailing with 1. The stats is not looking all right. We are good in possession, but other than that, not really. Ratings on the players all right, but not more than that. So we'll show some passion here directly and hope that that's all right. Healy and Pearson will get subbed here pretty soon. We will do that first actually before we shout our next shout. Healy and what more? Pearson. Let's bring in Price. And demand more. We will have the corner here from Barnett first though. And in the 62nd minute, it didn't reach its correct address there in the first sequence at least. And here it's Britton with the ball, passing to Hackett here, and a chance for a counter-attack. Hackett dribbling and passing it forward to Price here on the left-hand side. Price crossing it to Brunt. No, misses to Britton, and it's a goal for Bassett here in the 62nd minute. And we have managed to equalize, then it were not offside. That looked like it might have been though. Let's see here on the replay if we can manage to see that. We don't really see. Oh, we had that number 23 in Barnett that were really deep in the defense, so nothing to worry about there. And yeah, looks quite all right and quite nice this. Let's see here. We should really play Clark and Asante a bit as well. So we'll sub one of them in here. The question is who. I guess we will play Sanko. You're doing 6.3, all right. So we're going to put in Clark there. And we'll do one shout here. Again, show some passion. Didn't really affect the team, so that's good. And while we are very close to the final whistle here, do remember to smash that like button. And if you're enjoying, hit that subscribe button and that small notification bell as you're doing that if you want to be really sure of not missing out on anything. And we're of course doing daily episodes here on the channel, not only Football Manager, not FIFA Manager. We are doing FIFA Manager as well, but not only Football Manager. So do check that out. And if you're interested in supporting the channel even more, check out the links in the description. You can support the channel by being a member and get some cool perks like naming one player per game a year from the youth intake in either FIFA Manager or Football Manager. So then, the full-time result for Bots versus Bonnet is 1-1, shots 5-15, shots on target 3-9, and possession 57-43%. So overall, a good match, I would say, for us. Didn't expect us to win this or draw this, so I'm very happy that they did good. Not very good ratings overall by the team, but all rightish, a little bit higher than the 6.7 that is the default. And finally, the table is not really halting anymore, and we are in 14th place, 10 points up to the playoff zone and 13 points clear of the relegation zone. So we should be pretty secure in at the middle of the table, so that's good. 1,301 attending that game, and Barry had an all right match, and so did Richards there. And I'll see you after the short break at the next match, if nothing else. Welcome back, and to the last episode, not the last episode, the last match of this episode. And it's against Dover, and this should be pretty even. We are slight underdogs for this match, but let's hope we can do better and turn things around a little bit. We had a decent match, and last match against Barnet also. Hopefully we can play good here. Nothing really to note, nothing really to change, other than, of course, Clark Asante is in pretty bad shape in terms of match sharpness, but we can't really do too much about that. Other than that, the team is fine, and the team we have, and we really don't have the possibility to do much else, really. So we'll kick off here and hope that we can play good. We're still on cautious as mentality, and first time here in this 4th minute, Dover with a free kick saved on the line there by a leg. So a good stop there. First thing in the match, so that's very nice by a leg and in general. Let's hope we can get back, and that we don't have another match where there is only really highlights for the opposing team. Next highlight here in the 17th minute, Healy with ball passing to Burko here in the defense and tries a long ball that is obviously misplaced totally. So here comes Dover. F. Young passing wide to Paskley here, and a possibility to cross, but doesn't pass it into reason to F. Young in the middle here. Almost getting the ball there leg, but it's not, and it's a goal, unfortunately, here for Dover. And Bassett now trailing 0-1 for this match, and not the start that we hoped for. It did stop the rain though. That's always nice or something, but hard to save the ball from there really. He turned on his knees there a little bit too early. I would say it looked all right, or it looked a little bit weird, or it looked a little bit off, but again here, the stats are telling their obvious thing, so to say, that we are so much behind in this match so far. A corner for Bassett Pearson with the cross to no one, or to coming out to Smith there with a power shot, but it were wide there, unfortunately. And we did get some shots off there, I guess, in that sequence. But trailing by 1 after half time, and the stats are definitely saying that we should be trailing, and so is the highlights, I would say. In general, pretty poor performance by the lads if we were looking on the ratings, so hopefully they just can get back up here and play better here in the second half, I hope. Pearson here with a chance in the 51st minute, doing a long run, passing back to Burko here in the defense, passing up to Smith in the middle and back to Burko. And Burko trying a long ball, and this time finally it's to Britton, and to Pearson tries a shot there, but unfortunately it's blocked by Dover players, and a chance for a counter-attack here. F. Young passing to Marveggio in the middle and to Moons on the left-hand side. Dribbling forward, Sanko there challenging but not getting the ball. Sort of stopping Monster, but passing to Reason here. And a shot, and it's hitting the post, and Monster on the rebound and out for a corner. And yeah, this is not turning out to be the game that we wanted so far, which is a shame. Mons here comes the cross towards Taylor, and it's over the crossbar there by their attacker or their header. And let's see here, nothing happening at that moment. We should be subbing here pretty soon. Hackett and Bront looks to be the suspect that are a little bit on the tired side, so let's switch out Hackett here. And let's switch out Bront as well. Not having a great match, so in with Asante, and actually let's Sanko not having his best game of his life either, so let's put in Clark. Try to do things just to shake things up, and we'll shout the man more and show some passion after that. We are totally getting obliterated here, but we're trying our best to do something. And we have 5 minutes to go here, and I don't think we will be able to find that moment back that we need. And here we have the final whistle and final scoreline for Bassett versus Stover is 0-1. Shots 5-20, shots on target 2-12, and possession 45-55%. So overall, a little bit what we expected for the matches against Barnet, not really against Stover. So we are very much disappointed in the overall result, and the ratings there were alrightish, but we weren't good enough, simply put. So we were having a little bit of a bad run here, and next up, as well, we will play Wrexham, which will be tough, but that is for another episode and another day. We're still pretty much in the middle of the table, 15th, and still 10 points up to the playoff zone, and actually now only 10 points clear of the relegation zone. So that's not that great. And poor performance. Bront having a goal drought, and as is Asante. And our updates here on our players not having any special there on the loans. But yeah, that will be everything for this episode. So I hope you have enjoyed, and I will see you next time. With that said, bye-bye. You have been watching Rawslowgaming, and I hope you have enjoyed. On clicking on the video on the left, you will see the next video in this series, and on the right our latest upload to the channel. And with that said, thank you again for watching.